What would you do to keep your house? This is the roof over your head. This is probably your largest acquisition of your lifetime. This is where your family stays. You have so many memories in this home. What would you do to fight for the home that you live in? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Loan modification secrets. Things that the banks wish you never found out. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde Adebayo, digital entrepreneur, real estate entrepreneur, coming to another video, and welcome to Ask Rinde. If this is your first time at the channel, please hit the subscribe button and smash the like button. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're talking about loan modification secrets. Things that the banks do not want you to know regarding how to have a fighting chance to keep your home. And I want to share a little bit in this video regarding things that we've done and been able to put in place to be able to help have a better chance of getting a loan modification. But before I actually talk about that, let's talk about what is a loan modification. A loan modification pretty much is a reset. It is when you redo or restructure the original the terms that were set originally for the loan when the contract was formed. Then they go in and actually restructure that and basically try to change the terms. They could do, when it comes to banks and how they actually operate and restructure and do their loan modifications, they can do two things. They have ways to be able to reduce the interest perhaps on the property, and then the other option may be they may spread out the terms of the loan. So let's say, for example, you have a 30-year loan, they may spread the terms out to about 40 years to spread it out. But then, you know, again, a lot of people actually run into a lot of confusion regarding this because the success rate with loan modifications are very, very low. And that is because a lot of times there's either a combination of two things. The information that you're submitting is not whole, or the banks pretty much are playing games and being unresponsive. They're not willing to cooperate. In doing this for 16 years, I've seen so many different scenarios in this, and I've seen every loan type that you can imagine, from things that are just blatant fraud by the banks to things that could have been easily fixed by a homeowner, but then they just missed one piece of paperwork. And so what I've tried to do over the time is basically somewhat come up with a formula, and we have things to where we are generally mostly successful when it comes to loan modifications. I want to do a specific video about this because I have so many questions about this from all over the country. I've been getting your emails. My assistant's we've been flooded with so much response and so much need and help. So we want to try to share and give as much as possible. Now, what I wanted to do first thing is this. The most important thing that you can do when you're dealing with a situation where you're in foreclosure or pre-foreclosure and you need a loan modification, the most important thing we do is you have to create a financial snapshot. Okay? So what happens basically is that this is all based on what you're dealing with when it comes to your income. You know, what is the picture of wealth when in the U.S.? How do you get ahead? You get ahead one way. You increase your income, you reduce your expenses, and what you do with the money that you save is where you're going to be either comfortable in life or you're going to have lack. It's just really basic mathematics. It's not about your situation, your hardship. It's not about any of that when it comes to the bank. The banks have a formula and how they look at your case and what they will calculate and what they will do and what they're willing to do and what they're not going to do. You have to be very calculative and strategic when you approach them, and in order to be able to be successful. If you're not going to be successful at a loan modification. This is where a lot of people get frustrated and fail. I've shared with you guys many times. I myself have gone through a season in life where I applied for several more loan modifications, and I went through the same thing. I was copying the paperwork. They would ask me for several months bank statements. I will forward it in. They would say they never got it. They would ask me for proof of income. They would ask me for everything except for my spleen. And basically, you know, after trying 4, 5, 6 times and failing, you know, not falling down, getting up, falling down, getting up, falling down, getting up, and doing this for not only my life, myself, my family, but for helping so many hundreds of families, I've come to find out and tweak what works and what doesn't, and what trigger points that you can actually put the bank in a corner. Yes, you're able to put the bank in a corner where they have to make a decision. You know, it's by law that they actually have to respond to your request. And basically, we have a way to use what is called leverage, what is called a qualified written request to be able to get what we need done. But again, there's a pattern and established strategy that you have to have when you actually approach the bank. So again, the first thing that we need to do is we need to come up with a financial snapshot. A lot of people fail at this because they're not able to package things the way that they need to strategically in order for the bank to be able to see it and absorb it. Because generally, you know, the banks are looking for, when they have a threshold, and they're looking to see if your expenses exceed 31% of your income. If that's the case, then they may say that your property then qualifies and is not affordable. But there again, there are a lot of other things that come with that, because there are people who are facing foreclosure and the time is ticking. They don't have 6 months for the bank to decide whether or not they're going to do a loan modification. Because when the loan modification process begins, it does not stop the foreclosure process. The foreclosure process continues to go on, and they're faced with a situation where they are trying to get a loan modification. They're fighting for the house. They're fighting for their home, but the bank has not stopped the clock. They've not reset anything. They've not responded. They're not even telling them they got their paperwork. And so to stop the frustration, we've been able to come up with a solution, two-tier solution that I've formed over the years. And this is a combination of my experience. This is a combination of many experts that I work with over the years. That these are a combination of attorneys, specialists. These are inside bank operatives, people that are former bank employees and work with them and know the way they operate from an internal perspective. And we've been able to put this together. And so I've actually created that, and it's called Foreclosure Live. So you can go to foreclosurelive.com and register, and you'll be able to actually start the process. We need to be able to look at your situation and start to basically put you on a road to where you need to be, so that you have a fighting chance and a better opportunity to be able to get that loan modification. Because if you do not go in with the bank strategically, it's just no different than a bankruptcy. With a bankruptcy, you need to be strategic. So we've been able to formulate, there are two things that by law you have a right to as an American citizen, as a homeowner, that you're able to use and utilize in order to be able to effectively get a loan modification. And I look forward to sharing that information with you all. You know, I wanted to create a platform where I can actually you know, engage, reach out, help. There are people that have reached out to us that have had last minute situations, basically at the midnight hour, and we've reached out to them, we've helped them to be able to have a fighting chance, and they've been able to save the home. So if you're looking to try to save your home, if you're looking to try to get a loan modification done successfully, if you want a better shot at what you've been getting and what you've been trying, go to foreclosurelive.com. Again, I've always shared all my information with you all. My phone number is 201-855-7575. My email address is askrindenow@gmail.com. We will be having a lot more that we're putting out. I have been so busy. I've been traveling on business, and the demand for help and the demand for really dealing with distressed properties and foreclosures is overwhelming. But we're doing all that we can to be able to help as many people as possible. Please understand that for those of you who are outside of, as you all know, I operate in New Jersey primarily. If you're outside of the state or the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, we have people that we're bringing on to be able to help. It's just that our network is expanding, but it's been really, really overwhelming. We have had so many people dealing with issues, and you know, some of them is just outright fraud from the banks. You know, there are things that they're doing to try to take these people's properties. I can tell you so many stories. You know, we've had one recently where it was kind of surprising to me, because the person pretty much owed, I think it was like $100 on the property, and the bank was doing all they can to try to foreclose on that person. And just imagine $100 on the property, and they were doing all they can fraudulently, and actually had a sheriff's sale set in that state where that was, is a judicial state, all right, Yes, a judicial foreclosure state. So basically, what they were trying to do is sweep the property out from under her. And so a lot of those things basically need to be uncovered and unraveled. I would like to hear what you all are dealing with and help. And so please go to foreclosurelive.com and give us all your information. Fill out the information, and that'll come into our network, and then we will actually facilitate you on and start to get you on your road to getting a loan modification. Please remember, a loan modification is not a guarantee. Okay, the banks review it, and it's not a guarantee because they are resetting debt. What you signed, your contract that you signed, but you want to be able to basically make a case with the situation that you've gone through and where you are right now and where you need to be, which is keep your home. You need to be able to have an opportunity to do that. And to be honest with you, they should give you the opportunity to get a loan modification. Everyone deserves that chance. I got that opportunity, thankful to God. I have had, I would say, 2 loan modifications. And if you are in a situation where you have had a loan modification and you find yourself in the same place again where you need to get another loan modification, reach out to us so that we can help you with that. A lot of times, sometimes people think that, when you get a loan modification, everything is all set. But again, you have to be, it's a combination of 2 things. You're dealing with a root situation of income and where you are and trying to come out of a pit or hole or ditch or whatever you've gone through, whatever season or whatever life has thrown at you. You're trying to get out of that. And so things happen. It's not that people are being negligent. People have had sickness where they can't work for 6 months, 7 months. They've had death in the family. They have a job loss where they're trying to find a job. They're in a specific industry and they're making a certain amount of money and they can't afford, the property, and they can't afford the payments where they are right now. They need a payment, a reduction in the interest rate to basically bring them to a place where the property is affordable, or they need the debt forgiven, put on the back end so that they can actually have an affordable payment. Sometimes the bank will send you a loan modification offer, and the offer and the terms are not good. I've seen situations where they'll send people an offer and they'll tell them that, this is basically going to be going to a variable interest rate after 2-3 years. So they are looking at using your back against the wall as an opportunity to take advantage. You need to be able to be in a place where you can say, no, I'm not going to do this offer. This offer does not favor me. I need a better terms. I need better situation. I need a better offer in order for me to absorb and accept this loan modification. So again, if you have had a loan modification before and you need another chance, you need another opportunity to get a new loan modification and move forward, please reach out to us, and I'm always here for you. I look forward to doing many more videos and helping many more people, and we want to help over 300 families in the next year. So please give us a call, 201-855-7575. Sometimes our lines are busy. You can always reach out to us via email. Go to foreclosurelive.com, and I look forward to talking to you all and seeing you. Thank you. Thank you for watching.